We saw the potential in this native oak from day one. But the honest truth is, we've been lucky so far. Our early efforts with Garry Oak were intentional, but also a leap of faith. With the help of some friends at our cooperage in Oregon, we were able to find thousands of board feet of oak ready to be made into casks. But given how rare this native oak is, we can't expect this to happen time and time again. We can't simply sit back and wait for another phone call. We have to create this economy from the ground up. After last year's inaugural release of Garryana and the incredible reception it received, we're investing even more in the native oak program at Westland. Last year we filled 25 casks of Garry Oak, the year before just 10. Our plans for the future call for over 100 a year for the next 5 years. That means we need to source at least 50,000 board feet of oak. That's a lot of oak. We need to hunt down as much as we can get our hands on every time we head out. What makes this challenging is that there is no established economy in place to take advantage of all the oak that is actually out there. Quercus Garryana is an entirely new species of oak for the whiskey industry. It's completely uncharted territory. This is the exciting part, but also what makes it so difficult. Because there is no established commercial market for Garry Oak, we have to be creative. We have to get out there, talk to people, ask questions, and be willing to track down even the smallest stashes of oak. It starts with our cooper, Todd. This man is an oak savant. He's worked in the business for decades, and he's like a bloodhound for Garry Oak. Todd is our scout, our guide, and our teacher as we travel throughout the Pacific Northwest hunting for oak. Sometimes we'll find a large, professionally run yard with stacks of oak properly milled and stickered. Sometimes we'll be pointed to small, rural farms cutting lumber for friends, family, and neighbors. And sometimes it's literally the single odd tree that fell down in someone's yard. Everything is worth investigating. To be successful, we can't leave things up to chance. We have to form meaningful, long-term relationships with these folks to secure what is a scarce supply of Garry Oak for years to come. We're not necessarily looking for wood that's ready to go right now. If we can find some that can be used to make casks right away, that's a bonus. But for the most part, once we buy the wood we're hunting for now, we'll have to season it for at least 3 years before we can use it. And after we use it to make casks, then it's going to be another 3 to 5 years before we've got whiskey to put into a bottle. So like everything we do in whiskey, this is a long-term proposition that requires us to be patient and thoughtful. A big part of the process then is taking the opportunity to learn as much as we can about Garry Oak along the way. Everyone we meet teaches us a little more about this special species of native oak that creates such incredible flavor profiles in our whiskey. From where to find usable Garry Oak to how it's properly air-dried, milling techniques to the specific chemical properties of the wood. Every handshake promises new insights. And with every new insight, we have new things to apply to coopering casks and ultimately making whiskey. At each stop, we're making progress, but we constantly feel like we're behind, trying to catch up to our ambition. We're investing ourselves holistically, stewarding the process from sourcing to seasoning, milling to coopering. But there's so much to learn, and of course, so much we need to find. Working together with like-minded people who share the same values and see the same possibilities for the industry is a rewarding part of the work. Together, we're moving forward, but we still have a long way to go. Garryana is tangible evidence of an exciting new frontier in single malt whiskey. It is a manifestation of an ideal and an expression of purpose. It is as much a milestone of progress as it is an outpost on the edge of what we know is uncharted territory. This second edition is another entry in the record of what is, for us, an ongoing exploration into Pacific Northwest provenance.